Today I'm going to show you a really simple trick to allow you to silence a loud new kid's toy. My son got a guitar as a gift, and this thing pumps out about 85 to 90 decibels, which is the equivalent of about a lawnmower or a food blender, depending on where you're at. So in about 15 minutes of work, I'll be able to show you how you can take this thing from a lawnmower volume all the way down to the noise of a normal conversation, or about 65 decibels. So once you got your toy open, you're going to look for your speaker, and typically your speaker is going to have two wires connected to it. And here's where we're going to solder a resistor in line to resist some of the flow of current going through to reduce the noise of our speaker. Now, with a two-line speaker, it doesn't matter which line you cut, as long as you're resisting the flow of electricity somewhere along the line, so you can make a cut. And I like to strip off a generous amount of cable here. I would recommend using a set of wire strippers, but at the moment, I don't know where mine have gone to, so a set of wire cutters works just fine. Now, the decision of what size resistor to get is a little bit more challenging. So I've got a large box here of resistors. And what I'm doing now is I'm just going to choose a resistor anywhere from 10 or even 5 ohms all the way up to maybe even 330. And you're just going to have to test the different decibel points that come up. So what I would do is grab a resistor out. We're going to, actually I'll show you, I'm going to start with 100 ohms here just to see if that's what it is that I'm looking for. And all I'm going to do is grab my line here, twist it up with my resistor so it doesn't fall off. We'll do the same thing on the other side, and then we can power it up and see what noise comes out of this thing. And I'm going to grab my decibel meter again. So once you've got a value you're happy with, it's going to help if you get yourself a little bit of heat shrink tubing. This will just allow you to keep this from contacting any other wires and potentially shorting out, because I could see my son shaking this a lot, and you could probably touch a bare metal resistor. These lines, which is not what I want. So I'm going to throw a little line of heat shrink tubing here on one side of my copper cable. You don't have to use heat shrink tubing if you don't have access to it. What you can use is you can use hot glue, and that is perfectly acceptable. I'll clamp down one side of the wire here. I'll grab my resistor. I'm just going to make it a little bit shorter. And we will twist these two connections together a wee bit. Okay. We're just going to solder that joint quick. And we'll repeat the same on the other side. Okay, we'll give it another little test, make sure it's still running. Yep, beautiful. That's much more acceptable. Let's get this, oh, actually, let's put the heat shrink tubing back on first. Grab a little heat gun in here. All right, and let's get this toy back together.